Hey Dennis, it is well known that freehold is always perceived to be better than 99.
So where is 99 better than freehold?
Stay tuned. When is leasehold actually better than freehold?
By perception, right, freehold is always a better investment.
This has always been the case from especially from the older generation. By law of demand and supply, freehold is naturally better because there's less of freehold property. Three common types of condo tenures in Singapore. First, we have freehold, 99 years, and 999-year leasehold, which is as good as freehold actually.
Yes.
So when we talk about freehold in this video, we are talking about both 999 years and also freehold. So all government land sales, as most of you are aware, are actually on a 99-year basis.
Government land sales form the majority of our land supply, so it
That's
just
correct.
makes freehold even rare.
Any freehold that you see in the market, they're likely to come from an en bloc,
That's right.
en bloc redevelopment. But there are instances where the land is freehold, but it's sold to you on a 99-year basis.
This will be another topic altogether.
Yes. If freehold is so much better than this, why don't more people buy freehold? There are two main reasons for that. Okay, first of all, it's a budget constraint because, as most of you know, freehold has a premium attached to it compared to 99-year tenure. It's normally 20 to 25% more expensive. Okay, the second one naturally is lack of choices because, as what Dennis mentioned earlier, there is a lot of choices in the market these days, but they're all on a 99-year basis. There are three scenarios where 99 is a better option than freehold. So for the very first scenario, is when your holding intention is short. By short, we mean the 10-year plus period or so. Why is that so? Because freehold and leasehold compared together, leasehold has better capital appreciation in the first 10 to 15 years. And psychologically speaking, whenever a buyer go to see a resale property and they ask, hey, how old is this property? And they hear that it's less than 10 years, they are generally more or less okay with it.
Usually when buyers ask, how old is this resale condo? If you reply that, oh, it's more than 10 years or more than 20 years, they'll start counting.
Ayo, very old.
99 minus 10 or minus 20.
Yes.
But if, as long as within 10 years, they're okay with that. Yeah.
Yes, correct. It's just a psychological barrier
That's right.
will happen no matter how good the condo looks. But they say, 15 years, very old, like that, you know.
Technically, the value of a 99 property will decrease sharply after the 40 years.
That's correct.
We use this Ballas table to explain to you.
That's correct. Okay. As you can see from the graph over here, this is known as the Ballas table. This is used by government agencies like HDB and SLA for their lease buyback calculation and the lease top-up for en bloc projects.
That's right. So what this Ballas table is all about, right? It plots leasehold value relative to freehold land. This Ballas table exists in colonial times, invented by this guy called Bala, literally. So, yeah.
Sure. And as you can see from the graph, with the passing of time, the value of the property gradually drops until a certain point.
Once the property has less than 60 years of remaining lease, there'll be a lot of limits on CPF usage as well as bank loans curbs.
Yes, so there are tangible and intangible reasons why a leasehold property value will drop with the passing of time. That is why we will always recommend clients within the first 10 to 15 years to cash out, if possible.
Right.
If possible. Okay. Scenario number 2, when you want better rentability. By that, we mean what the tenant like. So what do the tenants like?
Tenants like new condo. They like condos that are near MRT, and they like big condos. Because big condos comes with a lot of facilities.
Yes, correct. Yes, and most of the projects that fit all these three checkboxes that tend to be leasehold property.
Right.
Yes.
Because first of all government land sales are 99 years, which form the majority of the land supply.
That's correct. Yes, it is also very rare to find a freehold property that's near MRT. Most of them are near upcoming MRT or totally not near MRT at all. Yes. So if you want something nearer to MRT, likelihood is that you'll be picking a leasehold property actually.
Landlords also prefer a condo that's near MRT because this condo will have less turnover or vacant time. If your condo is near to MRT, say within 1 to 300 meters or next to MRT, most of the time there will be no vacant time.
That's right. Even if the condo is old, even if the leasehold condo is old, but the location is still good, tenants will take it up also as well.
Yes.
Yes.
This is from ground experience.
Yes, from ground experience. And for scenario 3 is when you want higher rental yield. Now, as you can see from the graph over here, rental yield is calculated by taking the rent dividing by the property price. And because freehold is normally sold at a premium, naturally the yield will be lower in that case.
The property price will be higher for freehold, but for your tenants, they'll not pay you higher rent because it's freehold. So the base will be higher. That means for 99-year property, you get a higher rental yield.
Correct. Yes. When you put a 99-year and a freehold condo side by side, right? Very naturally, the 99-year condo will always have a higher rental yield, and tenants will not pay you more rent just because they're living in the freehold property. It never happens
because they're very price sensitive most of the time, right?
That's correct. They will rather pay more for size and location, but not for the tenure.
That's right.
So these are all the three scenarios, and If you're still not very sure whether freehold or leasehold is more suitable for you, feel free to give myself and Dennis a call. Okay, you have our number.
Because from our experience, a lot of new buyers or first-time buyers, they will feel that I must have a freehold condo, but this is not true for most of the cases. So give us a call, talk to us, and let us help you ascertain whether do you really need a freehold condo.
Yes, because I'm very sure after a one-to-one consultation with us, you will find that your options open up a lot more actually, and you'll be surprised at what's available out there in the market because we are on the ground. We are actually very active agents, so we know what's happening. We will know what to properly advise you and what to recommend you as well. We have come to the end of our video. We hope you have enjoyed our video and we look forward to seeing you in our next video as well.
Right.
Okay.
See you in the next video.
See you in our next video. Bye guys.
Bye.